So, thank you for joining us here in Sarasota, Florida, here at the Dark Side. My name is Paul. This is Eric. If this is your first time joining us, there's going to be a link underneath the video. Click that, fill it out, and we will grab all your stuff for you. We do the $9.99 flat rate shipping, so you can buy as much as you want, and it only costs $10 to ship. Or if you're local, feel free to stop in and pick it up.
Yep. So,
it's been a long day, so bear with us.
Yes.
We didn't get our today's comics until today, which really takes its toll on me. So
please be nice to Paul tonight, everybody.
May not have to be nice. We're going to go through our new issues, and then we got a bunch of back issues, a lot of really awesome Silver Age stuff, a lot of really awesome, just cool, good stuff.
And I get to yell about X-Men.
Yes, he does. Again.
It's my job.
All right, so let's start off up on the top shelf with issue number 1 of Swamp Thing, written by Ram V. I think he's easily one of my favorite DC writers right now. And this issue was awesome. It's really good.
He might be the best person to write Swamp Thing since Snyder, probably, because Snyder's Swamp Thing was pretty good.
Swamp Thing was really good. So was Brian K. Vaughan's.
Yeah, but I think this is like the best Swamp Thing with a good one. Yeah, but
that goes without saying, and that was 30 years ago. 40.
So basically, everybody's done a really good job.
Well, pretty much the majority of people who write for Swamp Thing are right for the job.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
It's really weird. Like even a bad Swamp Thing is still pretty good.
It's not like the writer who just got announced for Supergirl that I think is a very weird choice. Did you hear about this?
I didn't.
They announced Tom King for Supergirl, and I'm like, who on earth fixed that?
I don't know. But new Swamp Thing number 1 out of a 10-issue series. It is not the classic Swamp Thing.
Yes, it is not Alec. It is not Alec Holland. It is a new character, and I'm really excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, there's already like a really creepy, cool monster villain in it. I'm just really excited.
Already some philosophy.
Yeah. Again, you got Swamp Thing, you need your philosophy. It's really good. Nice and existential.
Yeah, it's a comic about the idea of an idea.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes. So thumbs up from us.
Yes.
Are we doing thumbs up?
Sure. As long as I don't get sued by Facebook.
Well, you'll get sued by Facebook.
Yeah.
You won't sue us.
All right. Next up on the top, we've got another number 1 from Image Comics, Scott Snyder's Noctera. Scott Snyder, recently most famous for Dark Knight's Metal series from DC, as well as just his game-changing Batman run from the past decade or so. I just skimmed through this book because I did not have time to do anything today.
Paul was busy.
Eric, what was your takeaway? I know it's more of a monstery ish book.
I liked it. I didn't love it. It wasn't, necessarily my cup of tea. And I would like to be clear when I say that I didn't love it. That's not me being negative about it. But I don't think I'm the target audience for this book. I did really like the world building. I thought that Snyder did a really good job demonstrating to us why this world is different and what about it is worth being invested in. And I also like the characters. I just think a lot of the mechanics of what this series looks like it's going to be is not going to end up being my bag, and that's okay. It's okay to like some comics and not others.
Well, the premise of it and the stuff that I saw, it really reminds me of comics from the 90s that were trying to be dark and edgy. So it feels like, knowing that Scott Snyder pulls a lot from the books that influenced him, it feels
Definitely.
Like he was really into the 90s underground horror comics and stuff, and it's this is kind of an homage or something.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to actually getting into reading it.
So the base concept of this is that something happened and the world has gone dark. There is no sun, there is no light, and something about that is turning people into monsters. and animals and other entities as well. And it's some really interesting stuff.
It's turning animals into monsters, not people into animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
No, it's a good question.
I was a little upset when I was going through this book today, when I was receiving and counting, because there's supposed to be a glow-in-the-dark cover,
And we didn't get it.
and we didn't get it, and I was like, where is it? Because even if I don't like the book, I'm buying it, because it's glow-in-the-dark. But it turns out the glow-in-the-dark cover has been pushed back 2 weeks. So on the 17th of March, is that St. Patrick's Day?
Or the Ides. I don't know.
Ides is 15.
Oh, well then yes.
Then we will have a glow-in-the-dark.
And the first is the
not
Callens.
I mean, I think it seems kind of cool. The cover does remind me of like 90s
Very-
Spawn.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
90s, like Witchblade-y, like...
Yeah.
And it's Tony Daniel on the art.
But I like it. It reminds me of this video game called Alan Wake.
Heard the name, I don't know.
Well,
Don't know the game.
it's reminiscent. That's it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell Dalton that I got his comic?
Dalton, we got your comic.
All right, let's
Generally,
move
when I
on.
like put the comment on the screen, I do that as like an acknowledgement.
Let's go from A
This
World
is
of
it.
Blackness to The King in Black.
Yes.
Captain America, one shot.
All right. So this was by Danny Lore, whose name you might recognize if you read the Marvel Voices Legacy one-shot. I really enjoyed this story. You get to see a side of Steve Rogers that you do not see very often, which is a Steve Rogers who is doubting himself. I'm not going to go into why, but if you've been reading King in Black, you might have an inkling as to the reason. And this story was really good. It was not just about that, but it was also about the relationship and the friendship between Steve, Bucky, and Sam Wilson. And the character work is what made this book good, and I loved it. I thought it was a really solid read. And Danny Lore has the characters' voices down great.
Look forward to reading that one.
It was a good one.
Next up is... Shoot, I forget the name of this one.
Dead Dog's Bite.
Dead Dog's Bite. I did read this one while I was on my lunch break today. If you like Twin Peaks, this is maybe up your alley. It's mystery, small town, girl goes missing, very Twin Peaksy. There's like a narrator who's just like, he's standing there and like nobody can see him. He's just narrating the story to you. So far I like it. I was a little rushed, but yeah. I can't tell if they're trying too hard or if it's just natural, like if it's just good.
What is it with like murder mysteries and dogs in the last couple of weeks? This is like the second.
My brain's fried.
It's obviously a sign.
Stray Dogs.
Oh, Stray
Stray Dogs was last week, and that was like another dog.
Interesting connection.
I don't know. My brain.
Don't trust your dogs.
My brain makes like very weird connections between things, so I notice patterns other people don't because they're not patterns normal people think about.
Infinite Frontier.
Infinite Frontiers, number 0.
Loved it. This was great. So this is a setup book. The purpose of this is to give everyone a taste of what is to come, of what DC is going to look like. And I'm going to be honest, I have been burned out with DC for a few years. The creative directions they have been going have not been great, and I have been burned a great many times. This has me actually super excited to read DC again. In particular, I really enjoyed the Alan Scott story, the Barbara Gordon and Friends story. I'm not going to spoil beyond that because there's some exciting developments in that, and the Green Arrow and Black Canary story. So there's a bunch of short stories with a framing narrative, and it's really good. If you liked the DC Rebirth one-shot a few years ago, this is very much like that, except instead of being one writer and a bunch of artists, it's the creative teams for a bunch of upcoming books. And I think that this is teasing some books that haven't been announced.
Oh, that's cool.
I think there is going to be one involving Barbara Gordon and said Friends, and it's probably not the Friends you're thinking of. And I think there is going to be either an Alan Scott book or a JSA book, and either way, as a JSA fan,
happy with that. Yeah.
I'm very excited. But this was so fun. I really enjoyed this. You're thinking of?
Are her friends more or less super?
They're still about equally.
Okay.
They're still super, but they're not the birds you're thinking of.
I wasn't.
Oh.
I was thinking of the super friends.
Oh no, that's not where I was going at all.
I know.
Oh, okay.
All right. On to another number one this week. This was a much hyped book, and I can see why. I read this one on my break too. Berserker.
Scumbag, what are you doing?
Berserker by Keanu Reeves and a creative team. It's pretty good. I mean, it's fast-paced. Like, it's like a double-sized issue, and it moves really fast. The artwork is good. It's kind of like Ronin-era Frank Miller artwork. It's very violent. He punches a guy's jaw off. I mean, it's good.
So what's the elevator pitch for?
I would say an immortal guy who looks an awful lot like Keanu Reeves is knowingly being used by the government for acts of violence.
Fun.
That's just too funny.
My love for you is like a compound saga. Would you
Brian.
What are you doing? I'm losing my mind.
It's Clerks.
It's Clerks. Yeah.
He's playing a clip from Clerks where they sing Berserker.
Instead of letting us do our job.
It was a sound clip.
yeah.
Working on that.
Yeah.
A really tinny, echoey, loud, out of nowhere.
Oh,
I think Anthony wants Berserker number one. Yes. Anthony, is that true?
If you want to see John Wick be an apathetic Wolverine, like this is the book
That's-
for you.
Hard to do.
Whoa.
Overall, really, really liked it. Interesting to see where it goes. Next up,
Yes.
Anthony, we've sold Anthony on Berserker, and I think
Okay.
part of it was the soundtrack that I picked.
sure, of course. Peach Momoko's X-Men Demon Days.
yeah.
Eric is very excited about this. I didn't read it, but Peach Momoko is the up-and-coming artist of the year.
So it sounds like this is actually a series of 5 one-shots that will be under the Demon Days banner rather than an X-Men series as I had previously been led to believe.
Okay.
But
Still
it's
very cool.
yes. So this story was set in sort of an idealized feudal Japan of some kind. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be like Heian or Tokugawa. I couldn't tell.
Me.
But anyways, it features a character named Sai who has a very striking resemblance to a particular psychic ninja from the X-Men, and a dog named Logan, and their adventures while coming through a small town. I really enjoyed this story, and the thing I most enjoyed about it is the art. This comic is gorgeously drawn. You know, Peach Momoko, there's a reason why her covers are sought after, because her art is stunning.
We've got one of her variant covers coming up later on.
Did she do the art, the whole thing, or just cover?
The whole
She did
thing.
The whole thing, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
This is her first American series.
Yes. And the way she draws this version of Psylocke is wonderful. I love it.
Psylocke? I thought her name was
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the singer.
Yeah. Another one for Anthony for that one too.
Just come back.
For Demon Days.
Demon Days?
So instead of us pulling the comics as you guys want them, we're making Brian run up front to the wall and grab them.
You could also just look at the comments after we're done.
That's his punishment for the sound clips.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'm getting
that's
my
fair.
step.
For each comic you have to go grab. You can play a sound clip.
Yes.
It's 2.
So you're at your
All right. How about Crime Syndicate #1?
yeah. So
Anthony, that's literally our job. He said stop selling him on things.
that's what we're here for, bud. Anyway, so Crime Syndicate. I really love DC multiverse stuff, always have. So this was exciting for me. And what I think is so cool about this is that this is a take on the origin of the Justice League. So they're doing something they're taking that idea and taking it in a different direction. You even get a sense of Ultraman, who is the evil Superman's. What's the word? His child life.
His origin and
Yeah.
Is Brightburn.
Basically, yeah. I enjoyed this. I'm curious to see where it's going because I think it has a lot of potential. But I love that they're doing the Starro thing and sort of
I love Starro.
yeah, because that's how the Justice League got together originally, and they're doing a riff on that original story.
All the B-level superheroes are fighting, and then Superman and Batman show up, and they're like, "We saved the day," and then they leave.
Yep.
And everyone else is like, "We're going to be a team," and they're like, "Well, good luck with that." That's the origin of the Justice League.
Yeah. This is a little different so far.
Honestly, it sounded like the Great Lakes Avengers.
And it seems like they're going to be stretching this out over 6 issues, so it's going to be a more decompressed, more focused on character work version of that story. And I'm sure there's going to be twists to the classic that we haven't seen coming yet.
Starro joins.
That would be interesting. This is by Andy Schmidt, who did some of the work on the Generations one-shots with Dan Jurgens and some other folks.
That's cool. Next up, we've got American Chavez, Made in America #1.
Yeah, I love America Chavez. I really loved her from Kieran Gillen's Young Avengers run and from Al Ewing's Ultimates.
I believe she's going to be in...
She's going to be in Doctor Strange, yes.
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Is she magical?
No, she is multiverse crossing.
Oh,
She punches doorways to other universes.
cool.
She's rad.
Yeah, she's the best.
I've only seen her in like the Rising Stars cartoons.
Yeah, so this is a new take on an origin story for her, adding some new elements and sort of cleansing some, as well as being a story that takes place in the modern. So it takes place in the present while also addressing the past, which I think is cool. And this issue has an appearance from Kate Bishop, which, like, I'm happy. I love Kate Bishop. She's the best. And Rose is frumping behind the screen.
She took the mantle and the focus away from my one and only Clint Barton.
Did you get my note that Salvador wanted a copy?
Yeah.
I won't get into this because I don't
Instead
want
of
to be
just
mean to Rose.
Telling me, sent me an email that I didn't see until an hour later.
It's more efficient that way.
Sure.
But yeah, this was a good first issue, and I definitely think this is going to be a strong series.
Good.
I hope this leads to bigger and better things for her because, you know, she's one of my favorite characters from that Young Avengers series, and I hope they do more with her. She's awesome.
Next up, Suicide Squad #1. I did read this. It was good. It's really fun that Amanda Waller puts Peacemaker. I don't know why they're putting focus on Peacemaker. But
John Cena.
she puts him in charge of the team, and what's his face?
Rick Flag.
Yeah, he's like, he's a psychopath. Why would you do that? And there's a lot of tension and fighting. It's good.
Better if it was Ric Flair.
Speaking of me coughing John Cena, did you hear how he described this character or his take on the character in the movie?
Something about Captain America.
Douchebag Captain America.
Yeah.
His words, not mine.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the movie, and I think this was a good first issue.
Yeah.
If you've read the Future State Suicide Squad, you're definitely going to see some of these beats coming, but I still think they worked really well.
Anthony is not allowed to comment anymore. That is a pun.
Because he said so, or because you said so?
No, he said he sets the Cena.
Damn. Anthony, we just lost 2 viewers because of that.
All right. Almost lastly, for the week, we've got another King in Black one-shot. I want to see who's first. Wiccan and Hulkling.
Yeah.
And then we've got the regular cover. And then we've got the Peach Momoko cover. Who's gorgeous.
Cool.
It's so good.
And then we've got the other cover. I don't know who the artist is, but it's also gorgeous.
Yeah, all 3 of these covers are great. But I went with the Peach Momoko one because it's Peach Momoko.
It's
So this book was real good. I already knew that Teenie Howard was really good at writing Wiccan and Hulkling because she did so in Death's Head. That was, a really good miniseries. And she did a great job here. So the concept is that post-Empire, Wiccan and Hulkling are on their honeymoon, and King in Black shenanigans ensue.
The other cover is from Russell Dodderman,
Yeah,
who's been doing really great variant covers.
I love Dodderman. But yeah, this was a great one-shot. I think it does a good job sort of reminding people about the characters in preparation for them joining Guardians of the Galaxy next month, while also, developing their relationship a little more and introducing some characters. Hulkling's bodyguard gets introduced, and I think she'll probably matter going into Guardians. And it was just a really fun issue. And we get to learn more about how the Kree and the Skrull view Hulkling as their emperor.
That seems interesting.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Lastly,
I want to claim the Peach book cover.
my favorite thing this week,
Oh boy.
Mike Mignola Quarantine Sketchbook.
Dum, dum, dum.
Paul and I both got copies.
When we all went into lockdown last year, Mike just started doing sketches of like pop culture figures. There's a lot of like cereal mascots and other comic book characters that people aren't necessarily gonna expect from him, and it's just awesome. He sold all of his sketches, and all the profits went to the Royal Central Kitchen, which is a charity to feed people. And all of the proceeds for this book go to that as well.
And this is a limited edition, correct?
I don't know how limited it is, but I mean, Diamond is already out of stock. I've already seen copies of it on eBay for $50, which is $10 more than what it is.
I saw 55.
Yeah, so I mean,
I hear 60.
it's been a day and it's already jumping up in price. I'm somebody who owns 3 of his hardcover art books, and like they have all doubled in value at least. And it's like his artwork. Who was it that didn't like his artwork last week?
Anthony.
Do we have copies?
Do we have
We
extra
do.
copies of the sketchbook? Jamie would like
We've got a
copy.
couple.
Okay. We'll get you, Jamie.
All right. Thank you, Jamie. You're going to love it. It's hilarious and awesome. That is it for our new releases this week. So shall we venture on to some back issues?
All right, so I've got to get a sketchbook and the Peach Momoko Demon Days.
Back to the
Are you getting?
Back
Are you
to the-
snagging that one?
You're gonna love it, Rose.
Yeah. I like those characters. And I did not know that they were joining the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah. Al Ewing's run is looking to be real good stuff.
Anthony, did you want to try Noctera? It seems like it's pretty cool.
Is Noctera good? Yes or no?
I skimmed it. I liked what I saw. I didn't have time to read it.
I liked it.
Eric liked it.
I like the concept of it. I think it's super cool.
Yeah.
Like having to be a ferryman throughout the dark.
Yeah.
And like only being able to rely on artificial light to survive. Come on, that's awesome.
Hey, the fairy.
Uh-oh. Is that a clip I need to play?
No.
All right.
Where are we going?
Let's go over here.
Okay. Whoop.
Where am I?
Is that the camera switching sound?
All right.
Well, I don't have wipes.
Starting
I just
over
put my
here.
hand over it. When you switch the camera.
Got Silver Surfer number 2. We've got that graded at about a 5. This is the introduction, first appearance of the Badoon.
The dome.
Badoon.
Yeah.
So that's in really good
I
shape.
only know Bidoof.
Relatively good shape.
Was not expecting a Pokemon reference from Rose.
Next up, we've got Silver Surfer number 8. This is going to be spiking in price in the near future, possibly, speculatively. because this is the third appearance of Mephisto.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've got one here graded at about 6 for $45.
Everyone's favorite red demon.
Introducing the ghost.
And then I've got one a little less for 4 for $20.
That's an investment.
Yes. That's a good price range to get in on. Next up,
And it says only 15 cents on the cover.
You say only
Inflation.
15 cents. You say only 15 cents on the cover.
Shazam number 28 at DC. This is the first DC and Silver Age appearance of Black Adam.
Nice.
Which is
Well-
probably going to.
Which is probably going to increase.
Because for those who do not know, Black Adam is joining the Justice League.
Isn't John Cena playing him?
No, that's The Rock.
Oh, different muscle guy.
Ah, man, if that's both DC, wouldn't it be awesome?
Yes.
Once in a lifetime.
Well,
Twice in a
actually,
lifetime.
thrice in a lifetime.
All right.
For those that don't know, John Cena and The Rock had some big deal matches in wrestling.
All right, so that's graded at about a 6 for $45.
And we went into the deep into the vault this week.
Yes. Cleaning out the closet. Well, this is DC Showcase Presents the Return of the Teen Titans, and this is the Teen Titans' third appearance.
Which is so good. Do you have a
Yes.
favorite classic Teen Titan, Paul?
No, I do not.
Mine's Donna Troy.
Mine's
Okay.
Kid Flash.
I like him much better as Flash than Kid Flash, but that's fair.
Well, he's way better than Donna Troy.
I don't know. I like this cool kid that's surfing with a guitar.
And that's,
He's one of the bad guys.
He
and that's
died.
pretty cool.
But I mean, that's about a 5 for $45. That's a piece of history.
There, the Neil Adams Teen Titans 3-issue story he did is bonkers.
Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane, number 71, handing her a box of money for some reason. This is the second Silver Age appearance of Catwoman.
Wow.
Yeah. Batman and Robin show up in this as well.
I still think it is so funny that there was just a line of books for a period of time that was just like Superman's pal, Superman's girlfriend,
Yeah.
Superman's podiatrist.
The podiatrist only had 2 issues.
Yeah.
That's about a 5 for $25.
Anthony's wife is Amanda is apologizing for Anthony in the comments, which is very nice. I really appreciate that, Amanda.
Anthony's pal, Amanda.
Did she kick him off?
Anthony's girlfriend, Amanda.
All right. Tales of Suspense. We got a bunch more Tales of Suspense coming up. This is the only one on this rack. Tales of Suspense, number 94. Graded at about a 5 for $40. And it is the first appearance of MODOK.
MODOK!
Right there.
Flying head.
He's not even on the cover, though.
It's right there.
He's not flying either.
Oh, is that him down there?
That's what I'm putting it.
Oh, okay.
Like he's wanting for dudes.
So
What is he doing?
get this autographed by Patton Oswalt.
That's right.
Yeah. And the teaser trailer for that show came out. I liked it.
Yeah.
Paul wants more.
Well, there wasn't a lot of jokes in it. I was expecting, Robot Chicken joke every 2 seconds.
Well, it's only like 20 seconds, and they have to give
Should have been 10 jokes.
an elevator speech about like what's going on.
Well, they should read the comic book. That will get them set up for the show.
First, MODOK.
First movie.
You think most people that are going to watch that show will actually read the comics?
No.
Okay.
But a fraction of them.
I was going to say that's optimistic.
All right. Superman number 317. That's graded at about a 6. This is just an awesome cover by Neil Adams. Superman's been infected by kryptonite. Sorry, it's been a long day. Mino Spurkwell. Great cover, $9.
I love the shadowing on that. That's really
Yeah,
nice.
he's all
Yeah.
green and
The coloration of Superman in that is real good.
okay. Issue number 4 of John Byrne's Superman. This is the first appearance of Bloodsport, also known as John Cena's friend Idris Elba. Idris. So that is his first appearance. That is who he's playing in the Suicide Squad.
I'm very excited to see how Idris Elba is in that movie. Just the cast for the Suicide Squad is awesome.
It really is. That's James Gunn knows how to cast a movie.
That's definitely true.
All right.
Well, if you really did, they'd actually have a real raccoon.
But that's what his brother is for.
I do like those behind the scenes like set photos. He's just in like the Sean Gunn's in just like this tight green onesie, and Bautista is just like petting him.
Have you seen the behind the scenes picture of his character in Suicide Squad?
Who is he playing?
He's like the Weasel,
Oh, okay.
and like it's just because it's him. He's a goofy looking guy anyway, and he's making faces like the Weasel, and it's hilarious.
So is he like the modern version of Ron Howard's brother?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He's better looking.
Oh.
He's pretty normal looking comparatively.
Just taking pot shots of these poor successful people. Unfortunate.
All right, Punisher number 1, the first in his first ongoing series. That's in really good shape at about an 8 for $25.
Do we know who the writer was on this one? I'm curious if it was Conway or not.
I don't think it was, but I honestly don't know off the top of my head.
Very fair.
But I love the bazooka on the fire escape.
Yeah.
Because there's no kickback on that.
The best, I think the best Punisher covers are the ones that put him in ridiculous situations.
Yeah. Right.
Plus the
Superman
remake.
in this historic last issue number 423. This is the great world. Whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow by Alan Moore. This was the last of the Silver Age before Crisis, right?
Yes.
Bronze Age, whichever. It was the last Superman before Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, this one
rebooted everything.
This one's good. Though I personally, in a out of character, shocking nature for me, I actually prefer Whatever Happened to the Caped Crusader.
That is a good one too. That's Neil Gaiman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
What's
not
the grade on that MODOK?
The MODOK is a 5-ish.
It's a fish.
Hey, Joe's joined us. Joe Isaac.
All right. Next up,
Uh-oh.
Where Monsters Dwell number 3. That's at about a 6 for $12. It's awesome. Giant ants.
I love that series.
Yeah.
That just makes me think of the ants from that get big in Ant-Man.
Jamie would like the Superman issue.
There we go, Jamie.
Thank you, Jamie.
And then in its place, we will toss up the Gold Key Twilight Zone. 1966. $18. It's about a grade 7. These are my favorite kind of aliens.
The underwater kind?
The weird, yeah. Skinny, big eyes.
Loincloth.
All right. Issues 1,
Mostly
2,
weird
and
aliens.
3, and 4 of Rocket Raccoon's first series, with artwork by the one and only Mike Mignola.
Mike Mignola.
Oh, he did the art on that? I didn't know.
Yeah.
I always like to pretend that this is the Green Rabbit from Star Wars comics.
See, now I want him to do like a one-shot or an annual of the Guardians just because he did this mini-series.
The series in which we find out Rocket Raccoon is not Raccoon, correct?
That sounds right.
Yeah. For the life of me, I forget who wrote this. I have the hardcover. I don't remember who wrote it.
Let me find out.
But we're doing that whole set.
It was
$55.
clearly Jim Starlin. I don't actually know. I'm just
It
guessing.
might be.
Written by Bill Montlo.
Bill Manlow. Okay, that makes sense.
Right. Anything else? Anything that you guys like to see again from over here, up close?
Anthony, what are you
No,
asking about?
no,
the
I
Ant-Man?
understand what he meant, and I'm not acknowledging it.
Oh. All right, Anthony. Your comment has been canceled.
But the Punisher, though, what's the grade on that?
That's about an 8. That's in really good shape.
It does look like it is.
We have the rest of the issues from the first 4 over there on the wall.
I think that I don't know. I'm looking at the wall. That's
Okay.
Brian's job.
All right.
Not this Brian, the other Brian.
It's all my job. All right. Does anybody want to see anything else on here? You want to see up close the MODOK? Or do we know why Superman's giving Lois all that money? I guess
It's hush money, sweetie. That's what it says.
Jesus.
Eddie McGee would like the Punisher.
Okay. Thanks, Eddie.
Punisher. Thank you, sir.
Eddie, don't forget to fill out our form, okay?
Also, welcome. Hi.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, since that has been purchased, we're going to swap that out with a Mighty Thor 224. This is one of the many times Hercules and Thor hang out.
Hercules, Hercules.
That's $15, graded at about an 8.
Alrighty.
So, as soon as Rose is ready, we're going to switch over to another stack of back issues.
Where am I going?
There's some treats over there.
Okay.
Alrighty, we got some fun stuff over here. First off, we have Star Wars #2 from Marvel Comics. This one is graded at an 8, and we are asking $75 for it. It is when Luke Skywalker strikes back. Speaking of Wars of the Stars, we have the Star Wars The Clone Wars Free Comic Book Day Special, which is the first appearance in comics or period of...
At least in comics.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure he was on the show before this.
All right, of Savage Opress, Darth Maul's weird brother.
His awesome brother.
He gets 50 for all the record.
55.
Tell her we'll do 50.
Alex, for you, we'll do 50.
And that's 20, and we have that graded at about a 7. And lastly, for our Star Wars issues, we have Star Wars number 42. We have this graded at about a 2.
Yes.
But it is the first comic appearance in the main series of Boba Fett. So that's cool. You also got...
It's the first cover appearance in Boba Fett.
Yes.
I believe he's only in the series prior to this as like a shadow or a silhouette.
Yeah, and he's also in like a comic magazine, which is really his first appearance, but it was like...
Well, his first appearance was actually in the parade.
The parade.
Yeah.
His first appearance was in the
comics.
in the holiday special.
I know, I was just really proud to know something.
Alrighty.
But yeah, let's emphasize
Congratulations, Rose.
that Boba Fett is graded at a 2. It is in awful condition.
Yes.
But at $7, in any number higher than a 2, it raises exponentially.
Yeah.
Especially now.
Not a cheap copy. So, all right. Next up, we have Ultimate Spider-Man issue 2. We have it graded at somewhere between an 8.5 and a 9. It's very close. We're asking $30 for that. Ultimate Spider-Man being one of my favorite comics. It was actually one of the first comics that got me into comics. We had the trade at my middle school library and read it, and I loved it.
And that is the cover of him on the car, not swinging.
Yes.
We've got the German version of number 1. Didn't you see that?
Yeah.
Anybody
Don't
who
we
speaks German.
Do we not still have the English number 1? I thought we had one.
Well, we featured it a few weeks ago. I don't remember if it's sold or not.
Yeah.
Well, I think I found another one.
Gotcha.
If we didn't sell it, we got another one. It's just,
Alrighty. Next up, we have multiple copies of Venom, Lethal Protector #1. So we have 2 at a 9 for 26,
They are pristine.
and then 1 at an 8.5 for 21. So we know y'all loves you some Venom.
Some shiny Venom.
Yeah, some Chromium Venom.
Chromium Age!
So we got 3 copies, so 3 lucky viewers if you would like a Venom can get some Venom. Next up, we have, I think, the coolest thing we have tonight.
Yes.
So this is Tales of Suspense #45. The first appearance of Pepper Potts and Happy Hogan. This is a 4. It is not in the best condition. You know, it's missing some bits and bobs here and there. But still, it's a key issue, and it's 180 in this condition. And this is also the 6th appearance of Iron Man ever. So that's cool. Like I said, I think it's one of the coolest things we have tonight.
Dalton would like a copy of the Venom. If you want to pick up.
Did you say which condition?
Probably the best condition.
Okay.
I'm guessing Dalton is, which is the best condition?
9. There's 2 9.
All right, you want one of the 9s, I'm guessing, right, Dalton?
All right. Next up, we have a very sad issue.
Spoilers.
No.
Well, it says it on the post-it. This is Uncanny
I didn't
X.
write that it was sad on there.
Keep it in front of you.
This is Uncanny X-Men #390. The Legacy Virus Cured,
Oh, that sounds great. No complications.
and unfortunately, it's the death of Colossus.
Well,
So this is graded at about a 9 point. Is that a 2? 9.2 is what that says, I think. And we're asking $13 for it. So for a key issue in the life of Piotr Rasputin.
And that was one.
And death.
He's someone that like they killed off for like a good 15 years, right? He was gone for a long time.
Yeah, for like decades.
Yeah.
Oh, he was gone for like a week.
Was he? I thought he didn't come back till the what's his Joss Whedon run?
No, because he joins Excalibur like
Okay.
a week later.
Yeah, he died, and then they were like, "Oh, that's so sad," and then, you know.
Or is that when he joins the Acolytes? It's one of the two.
I don't.
Uh,
X-Men is confusing for me.
It was not forever.
Speaking of important
Have you read comics?
X comics.
People don't die.
Alrighty, next up we have the Uncanny X-Men 281.
oh, he came back in astonishing.
Oh, okay, so Paul was right. My bad.
It'll be fine.
So this is a John Byrne scripted issue, and this is the first appearance in Uncanny. I believe they showed up in X-Men 1 prior to this. This is the first appearance in Uncanny X-Men of the X-Men Blue Team, which is Jean, Storm, Colossus, and some other people whose names are escaping me.
See, he looks fine.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, but this is like 109 issues earlier.
I liked it when they split up the two teams, and they were like,
Yeah.
you know, they were like, you know what, we've got so many people hanging out at the mansion.
It was a
We
good way
need
to
do this in groups.
It was a good way to do it. Most people would know I think it's the Gold Team, because that is the team that appeared in the cartoon for the most part, with some shifts. All right.
Wheels Portacio art.
Yes.
So good.
Next up, we have X-Men 104 with that wonderful Dave Cockrum art. And this is going to be the first brief appearance of these Starjammers. And we have this graded at a 6, so it's going to be $20. And one thing to note is that there is a stain on the back cover.
That's like the one thing that knocks it down to a 6.
Yes, so it looks pretty pristine for the most part. So in my opinion, this is a pretty good deal if you just want this to read or
If it
display.
wasn't for that tiny little stain on the back, it would easily be closer to like an 8.
I've been doing a lot of research on cleaning comics.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you can actually get some of those stains out.
Excited.
I don't know.
Can you do this? Just snap so
The
focus it.
picture's blurry.
I actually can't snap, but I have really bad motor skills. Next up, we have something that I was very excited when Paul showed me the other day. We have X-Men number 54 from...
Post it off and
Yeah.
see the whole picture.
We have X-Men number 54, I believe by Roy Thomas. And this is the first appearance of, not Havoc, but Alex Summers. So before Havoc.
Lift it up.
Before he was Havoc. So that's really cool.
And well, there was only 2 Summers brothers at that point.
Yes, now there's 4 of them. Because there's...
What's the grade on that?
The grade is a 7.
Cyclops must die. I hope he doesn't.
I don't know how to post it.
I'm rather indifferent, actually.
Here we go.
Never a fan. I always thought he was kind of cool.
So we have it as a 7
But I felt bad for him.
for $45 on that one. There we go.
I think Joss Whedon wrote Cyclops the best.
All right.
They did him dirty in the third season.
Next up, we have X-Men number 50.
That is a wonderful cover.
Yeah, this is a Jim Steranko cover, and also the second appearance of Lorna Dane, aka Polaris, the Mistress of Magnetism, who, depending on how the election went, might be joining the X-Men again very soon. So that's cool. And like Paul said, this cover's gorgeous.
It's got that Kirby crackle.
Yeah.
It's such a
That really good Silver Surfer
it's
issue
a Steranko
from a few
cover.
weeks ago.
So- We have it graded at a 6 for $30.
yeah, that's just so like the 60s, early 70s when you got those like yellows and greens clashing together. Like it's just
So what is the story with Polaris now? Like, because at one point she was maybe the daughter of Magneto.
So
like,
she is
not really.
she is the daughter of Magneto in present continuity.
Oh, she is. Okay.
Though Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are not currently Magneto's kids.
I'm so confused.
And she is currently on X Factor, being written by Leah Williams, which is an incredible book. I highly recommend it if you're not reading it yet. And so, as I mentioned, they had an election to determine who will be joining the new X-Men team that's forming. We will not know until this summer in the Hellfire Gala storyline. It's going to be revealed in an issue who won the poll. It is either going to be Polaris or Banshee based on where the results were. So we'll find out.
What's the grade on the Polaris book?
6.
6.
And lastly, on this rack, we have X-Force number 2. This is the second appearance of Deadpool. And we have it graded at about an 8.5 for $15. And this is just a good cover. I love it. You know, I don't normally always love Liefeld's art, but this cover is pretty good and pretty dynamic.
Wait, whose appearance is it? Who was that? I didn't hear you.
Deathstroke. I mean, at this point, he's basically indistinguishable.
Yeah.
You know, I love me Deadpool by like Gail Simone or Joe Kelly, but not
Joe Kelly's run on Deadpool was amazing.
but not as much this Deadpool. Though Fabian Nicieza does poke a lot of fun at Rob Liefeld, which I appreciate.
Good old tiny feet.
All right. Anybody need to see anything from over there before we move on? You put those up over there.
This stuff.
Yeah, just in no order.
Wow, those look old.
You think?
Almost as old as me. Jerk. So funny.
Feels
We're
like
all so
everyone's-
tired right now.
More Tales of Suspense. Good stuff. We've got Tales of Suspense number 65 right here. This is the first Silver Age appearance of Red Skull, although it is the Golden Age Red Skull, not the modern Red Skull. It's a flashback. Bucky's in it.
Which comic are we looking for?
That is at about a 5 for $70. And I've got 2 copies of this one, depending on how important it is to you.
Grab that X-Men.
Tales of Suspense number 79. This is the first appearance of the Cosmic Cube,
Nice.
and it is also the first appearance of the modern Red Skull.
Nice.
And it's also the first appearance of Iron Man's tinfoil armor. So I've got one graded at a 6.5 for $50. Another one graded at about a 5 for $25.
And it's still better than the ribbed version that he had for a while.
Yeah.
I got 2 copies of this one as well. This is the subsequent issue, number 80. So we've got the iconic image of Red Skull with the Cosmic Cube in hand. It's just awesome. That's $30 for a 6. I got 2 of those. Same grading.
That's a great cover.
It's so good.
You did that cover?
I did.
Oh, good work.
Thank you. I don't recall.
I wonder if you can make like vibranium foil, and that's what his armor was made out of.
Well, that must have been something intense that tore his arm up. All right, Tales of Suspense, number 59. This is the first Silver Age Captain America solo story. So this is after the Avengers find him floating in the water in the ocean, after they fight Loki on, what is it, the Rock of Gibraltar?
Yeah, I think so.
Because comics.
Comics are great.
Um,
Comics are bad, but comics are great.
Yeah. So this is the first time he's out on his own after hanging out with the Avengers. That's rated at about a 4, $85. Moving on to some Strange Tales.
And you found a good box, huh?
Good
Back in the
box.
vault.
Good stuff, man.
There's so much good stuff in that room.
Strange Tales number 148. And this is the origin of the Ancient One.
Tilda Swanson?
Yes, Swinton.
Swinton.
But this is when she had a beard.
Enter Kaloo!
That's exactly. I was just thinking. I was
We
like,
should have just set it
hello.
together.
Kaloo, like the children's character.
Which number 65?
Caillou?
What do we have for number 65 up there?
65, $70.
What's the grade on that?
It's about a 5.
5.0, Joe.
What do you know?
A 5-point Joe, if you will.
And I won't.
We won't. Collectively.
All
Not
right.
Fair.
Marvel Collector's Item Classics number 5. This is just reprints of important issues. We've got Fantastic Four number 6, Tales of Suspense number 42, Doctor Strange, and Incredible Hulk. I'm not going to try to strain my eyes and read which issues these are.
And there's Uatu.
And Uatu.
Everyone loves to watch.
That's graded at about a 7. There's a little bit of edging on the cover there. $20 for 4 classic stories.
Joe would like to see the number 65 more closely, please.
Let's see if I can get. I'm not sure how close we can get with the camera.
Everybody be quiet.
Extreme close up.
Like, I mean,
It's coming right at us.
like, there's a little crunching on the edge there. The slide here, the covers. I mean, it's a 5. It's easily a 5. The spine
Enhance. Enhance section 421. East. Mark.
Now you're just saying words.
That's what they do on TV. That's what everybody
That
does.
is what speaking
Everybody
is.
just does. They just say words.
All right.
They help my mouth exercise.
All right. Let's go a little more modern. We've got Web of Spider-Man number 90. And I've got this at a 9 for $12. If you need your holofoil Spider-Man.
I had that framed at one point.
Yeah.
I love all those
Yeah.
hologram covers.
mean, it's in excellent condition. I don't think it's ever even been touched.
I mean, that's good in order to really see all the depth to just put it in one spot.
Because then you can move this way,
Just
move that way. You can
Tilt the world.
All right. Thor number 158. And this is Origin of Dr. Donald Blake.
That's awful. What is he talking about? What?
Your taste.
That sounds right.
Look at that. It's like the sunlight coming over.
Angry
It's
Thor.
beautiful.
Look at that. Angry Thor.
Yes.
I think that's really pretty.
It's a good cover, yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's graded at about a 6 for $30.
That Thor on the left there, on the top left.
It's all Thor.
The one that particular pose looks like the Thor from like the Slurpee cups and stuff. Yeah, from the back when. Anyway.
So it looks like Thor.
Oh, Jamie doesn't like the hologram covers. He's such a purist.
Right. Thor number 154. This is the first appearance of Mangog.
That's neat.
Eric loves Mangog.
I think Mangog's okay.
I said you love Mangog.
As far as Thor villains go, I'm more a fan of Jormungandr, the World Serpent.
Yeah. And then Mangog is second, right?
I mean, there's the Enchantress,
That's
Scourge.
That's about a 7 for $25. Not perfect, but in really good shape.
Maybe that's the picture of Thor that's on all the cups.
Hey,
It's like Magog, but
English,
with an N.
I can say Norse words too.
I just like
Teen
Thor 380 is my
Titans number
favorite.
21.
You know?
Featuring Hawk from Hawk and Dove being a jerk.
yeah, and Roy is also seemingly being a jerk because they're just yanking on Donna.
They're just both a couple jerks.
Well, one is a druggie, and the other one is like also a druggie, I think. I don't
The
know.
other is like a space dictator from the future.
Yes.
When does that happen?
Let the
When he
audience
becomes
decide.
monarch, and I think that's 0 Hour.
Oh,
That was a long gap.
It was supposed to be Captain Atom, but like the internet forums predicted it. So at the last minute they switched it to Hawk, and it made no sense.
comics. That's at about a 6 for $24. But she doesn't want to be like with any of them. See that face?
Yeah, she does not look happy with either of them.
She's on drugs too.
It was the 60s.
And there's Quicksilver in the background.
All right.
Brian's on a tear tonight.
How about some Invincible Iron Man number 13?
By Carnage and let loose the trains of the controller.
I understood that reference. It's why I'm sad that it took till like 2016 for them to make an X-Men story called Cry Havoc.
Right.
Mangog. Yes, Mangog.
That's at about a 6 for $18.
I had to provide a reference.
Did you copy did you get the wiki up there?
Mhm.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Invincible Iron Man number 14. That is in excellent shape. That's about an 8. One of the only flaws on here is the old store marking on there when they're doing their inventory.
That's usually not marked down according to CBC, like when they have the grease pen marks.
Yeah. Did you hear that? That's not even a tick on their tick box.
It might be. I don't know. I don't think it is. I think
Ryan's
that they
making stuff up again.
We should have our own shop marks, like a little press or something like that.
No, it really
No, but instead of putting it on the comics, we put it on the customer's forehead.
No.
So, like I said,
But
that's
that's
about an 8 for $38. Invincible Iron Man number 14.
If I offered people free tattoos with the dark side symbol, do you think they'd take it up on?
Yes.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
and you literally pay me.
It really depends on the person, I think.
Well, wait, you don't have any tattoos.
I don't have a single tattoo.
Eric doesn't have any tattoos.
With my birthday coming up, I was considering it.
I need to get a new tattoo.
Like
I need to cover this one.
Like a domino?
Domino.
Yeah. I always thought I'd get like a bracelet of skulls.
Yes.
That's very
You know what's also cool? Barbed wire across the bicep.
No, but like I'm gonna get like a Mignola skull and then like a Frazetta skull, like different artist style skulls.
You should have a Ghost Rider skull.
Ghost Rider skull.
So Mark
Right
takes the
here.
arrow. Yeah.
Right here.
Yes. I kicked this camera. Can we?
Eh,
All right.
I'll fix it.
Let's move
Kick the
on.
cam.
Where are we going?
Back
Dalton
to-
says he'd get a tattoo, and Anthony says if he gets a second for free. What? It's one tattoo for free. All right, I'm gonna have to make a deal with the tattoo parlor.
Or they're all free if we do them.
For some reason, I do have a tattoo gun in my house.
See?
What?
Old roommate left it, found it in a closet.
I mean,
It's probably still works fine.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of time underneath the needle. You know, it's just once you see it enough.
Do you even know how to properly disinfect a needle?
Yeah.
Lysol.
Vodka, and you light it with a lighter.
Yeah.
Y'all are
From
gross.
minty freshness.
Good to know to not trust.
Dalton has changed his mind. No, we'll have it done by a real licensed tattoo artist. Are they licensed? I guess they must be,
typically.
or
I don't know. I know plenty of them, and I don't know.
yeah.
I don't think so.
We're gonna work that out.
Moving on to Tales of Suspense.
They belong to a guild. Just
Free,
like we need.
free hepatitis C. No, Anthony. We're gonna get it done at a reliable location. Okay, continue.
All right.
Let's continue.
Moving on.
First up here on this rack, we have Tales of Suspense 46, which is the first appearance of the Crimson Dynamo.
Rose is not doing her job.
God, thinking about tattooing people.
All right.
I hate this. We're done with this.
First Crimson Dynamo, you say?
Yes.
I thought you were going to continue.
Sorry. Yes. The Crimson Dynamo being one of everyone's favorite Cold War scare villains. There's a couple of those. You have Crimson Dynamo, Whiplash, just all the Russians. Cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. We do have this one graded at about a 3. There is a rip right in here.
Yep.
It's not in the best of shape, but $75 for a book that's, first appearance from the 60s.
Yeah, could be worse.
And, I mean, in essence, Mickey Rourke half played him.
Yeah,
We have Whiplash up here too, don't we? Didn't we?
thought so.
We have whiplash every time we talk about different conversations, man.
Very funny, Rose.
Thank you.
There we are.
I gave your joke about a 3.
See, now we got Whiplash right here. First appearance of Whiplash. So you put these two together and you get Mickey Rourke in Iron Man 2.
Which one has the bird?
That is a Justin Hammer thing.
Yeah.
The
Just kidding. Neither of these guys have birds.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But
what's his bird?
Tales of Suspense number 97, first appearance of Whiplash. This is graded at about a 6.5 for $50.
As much as I like Whiplash, I did not like the Mickey Rourke version of him, but I liked his weapons and I liked how he used the weapons, and they made him actually fearsome in the movie.
Yeah.
Whereas in the comics, he's kind of I'm gonna whip you. And,
It's kind of like Batroc. They made Batroc vaguely intimidating in the movies too.
Yeah.
But that's because it was George St. Pierre, not because of the portrayals.
Who is coming back in one of the future projects. I don't remember which one. Probably Falcon and Winter Soldier.
That sounds right.
What?
Batroc's been in.
He was in Winter Soldier.
He was on the ship at the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
He's
that.
the one who was doing all the leaping.
He was the guy speaking in French with.
I know his name.
Yeah, he was the guy that was speaking French with Steve.
Okay, that I'm getting it. While Natasha was actually getting plans.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Tales of Suspense number 51, also graded at about a 3 for $45, and this is the first appearance of Marvel's Scarecrow, and I think he predates DC's Scarecrow. I don't know for sure.
I don't know.
Can find out, but he's a good Scarecrow.
Fire Scarecrow?
He showed up in the 90s in a Ghost Rider Captain America crossover called Fear. That was a good one shot. What else we got? We're running low on time.
We have more Tales of Suspense featuring. This one has the power of Iron Man.
Unlike our Saturday show, we can run longer.
So we have this for 45 for a 3. It is the second Black Widow and the origin of the Watcher.
Yes. Uatu. 2 Uatus today.
Who's going to be he's going to be in What If?
Who watches the
Yes.
Watcher?
Played by-
We will, as soon as his show is on. Starring
No.
Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, that's who it was. I knew it was Jeffrey, but I couldn't
I
remember.
love Jeffrey Wright.
For some reason, my brain was thinking it was Jeffrey Rush, and I'm like, no, that's not who
No.
it is.
No.
All right. After that, we have more of the power of Iron Man. We have number.
DC's
58.
Scarecrow was 1941.
Okay.
Marvel's was 1960.
No, I was incorrect.
Yes.
It happens occasionally.
So we have Tales of Suspense number 58 for 70, and it is a 3. And I don't see any notes on this one, so it appears that it is just an old issue of Iron Man.
Or
Cap and Iron
anything
Man.
could happen.
You can
Oh,
tell
that's
right
true.
from the
Anything could
beginning they
happen.
were
Yeah.
just like
Well-
pissed at each other.
Yeah. I think that's like their first fight,
That sounds right.
or it's just one of their iconic fights. I forget.
Yeah.
I saw a note and I didn't make a note.
All right.
it's the bickering couple.
This was the start of the Civil War argument.
Invincible Iron Man number 12. That is the first controller. That is rated a 6 for $18. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Not bad at all.
All right. Next up on this round, we have the Incredible Hulk number 106. We have that for 30, and it is a 7. Let's see what this says
Who is
underneath.
that orange guy on the cover?
Looks like Sasquatch, but I don't think it is. Above the earth, a titan rages.
The helicarrier.
Yeah, this is a cool cover. I like most of these covers. But
Yeah, there's a simplicity to that era of cover. It's just, put some action on there. And that's it.
I much prefer like the word vomit that people have, especially if it's just in thought bubbles.
next up, we have
like the Lois Lane.
And they think in complete sentences. Love that stuff.
the House of Mystery, number 179. This is the first appearance of Bernie Wrightson's art
Ooh.
in House of Mystery. Is a 3-pager story. Oh, sorry, as a writer, not as an artist. That's Wrightson. Oops. And Neil Adams cover.
Sorry, my words are scribbly.
It is all good. We have Neil Adams cover, which is awesome.
So wait, Bernie Wrightson wrote it.
No, he was. I misread WR, which meant Wrightson as writer, because my brain.
Oh.
Yeah. No, it's his first comics, 3 pages in a comic.
Yes.
Oh, that's Bernie Wrightson's first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Next up, we have the House of Mystery 175. This is a 7 for 55, and it is the first appearance of Kane. The Kane of.
Cain and Abel.
The monster hosts.
Yeah, I love the old DC horror hosts. I think they're so cool.
Yes. I mean, they're no EC horror hosts, but
fair. Next up, we have Gold Keys UFO Flying Saucers. We have this at an H for $40, and it is a number 1, which is cool. This is a fun cover.
yeah, it really is. Like,
Where do they come from? What do they want?
Chili cheese fries.
Cheese fries. Take us to your chili cheese fries.
Alrighty. Next up, we have the Thor King Size Special number 2. Who dares defy the Destroyer?
Not me.
So this is 25, and it is graded out of 5.5, and it's got some corner issues. Got that little flap right there missing, unfortunately. But, beyond that, it's in pretty decent shape.
I agree.
I bet Mangog would dare.
Mankind probably would dare.
Would you dare defy the Destroyer?
Not me, but Mangog.
Alright. Next up, we have the Mighty Thor number 159. The answer at last. I'm not sure what it's the answer to, but This is Blake. Oh, Blake Origin Ends. This is the other half of the Blake
Oh,
Origin.
the other half. I thought I had both of them, but I didn't see it. They went together.
Oh,
So that's the answer about talking about it.
yes.
So
So
we
we
have
have
to be reading Modern Thor. The new run of Thor is very Donald Blake heavy, and it is the best Thor in ever.
we have that at a 6 for $20.
Well, Silence is going to come and kick you.
Okay,
I'll help.
I'll get his autograph.
He will autograph your face with a permanent marker.
We definitely have more books. Do we want to go through more books?
Does anybody want to see more books?
We got about 15 minutes, a little more than that, but
I think the takeaway from tonight is take me to your cheese fries, human.
Paul just looked at me because I had another tab open and I was on monster.com.
Dalton wants to see more comics.
were you trying to send us a message, Rose?
Yeah. Oh, those were some cool books.
Yeah. Oh, that's a 4. I thought that was a different number.
Oh,
We're not going to burn the Johnny Cash comic until he actually pays for it. Like you have to come pay for it for that.
Yeah. We'll do it, but you got to pay for it.
we'll do a whole thing. We'll pre-record it. I'll put some like post editing on it, some special effects. Slowly, it'll look great.
We have to
Cheese fries.
we have to have somebody singing like "Hurt" or like another of the Johnny Cash covers while we do it.
That's true. We could burn it in slow motion and play "Hurt." Johnny.
I hurt myself today.
If you guys do the ugly Suspense, 58, 59, 65. Where's 59?
What are the numbers?
58, 59, and 65. What's the total on those three?
Are they up there?
Let me look.
I don't remember where things are.
58, we're looking for 58, 59. and
We got 58.
65. Let me see. 65 is 70. Oh, 59 is right there.
Letting you do the math on those.
That's a lot of math.
We'll get back to you. In the meantime,
We'll go over there.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go over there. That's not bad. Do we have any more old X-Men?
Go through that stack. So we can do more X-Men.
we do, just maybe not. So do you want me to go into the back and find the one box?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not. They're not going to be
Okay.
prepped. So as of right now, no, we don't have any more old X-Men. We will definitely have more old X-Men. We just have to get it evaluated.
Yep.
All right. Avengers West Coast, number 100. How well is this turning up on camera?
It's not bad. You can see that there are shapes, and then there's like a Dracula man.
That's a Mephisto,
Yeah.
not a Dracula.
It's like
It's in great shape. Nice and shiny red. $4.
Chromium Mephisto, and there's a potential of him.
He's got to show up sooner.
He's got to show up.
He's got it.
He's gonna show up in like What If and only What If or just something silly.
what if it was just like the Bad Batch or something?
That would be so good. Is like in a Star Wars show.
That would be so funny. I would die.
All right. Spider-Man number 1. Out of
Zero,
the poly
zero,
bag,
five.
in great shape for $8. Todd McFarlane. In the poly bag, great shape, still sealed, $10. In the limited, silver for $15. First print. In the even more limited second print, gold for $20.
That's the copy I have, and I didn't even realize it was worth something.
both of the silver, well, all of them are in great shape. The only issue with the gold is there's a little bend here. It's hardly noticeable. I probably looked at it 3 times before I even saw it. But that is the second printing. It's the rarest of them. Tales of Suspense number 98. Captain America versus Black Panther. This is the first appearance of the new Zemo.
And this is Helmut as opposed to Heinrich.
Let's rate it at about a 5 for $23. Now, these are some good books. Tomb of Dracula number 12. This is the second appearance of Blade.
Oh, that's cool.
That's graded at about a 7. It's in really good shape for $45.
Well, it is the second appearance of Blade. What it's not is the comic where Scott Summers tells Dracula to follow his heart, which is just the funniest thing ever for no reason in particular.
Dracula has a heart, not a soul.
I know, but it's just like when you tell someone to follow your heart, Dracula is not the person that I imagine you being like, I want you to follow your heart.
Tomb of Dracula number 13, which is the origin of Blade.
That's really cool.
This is a key issue right here.
I love me some Blade.
That's graded at about a 7 for $50.
Blade, a key cast member of Captain Britain and MI13.
Death of a Vampire.
And so somebody else is going to be Blade, right?
It's Mahershala Ali,
Yeah.
Yes.
which is exciting.
He's fantastic.
He's going to be great.
He's so good. So good.
Wesley Snipes is just trying to get in there.
Now they need like Wesley Snipes to play.
Wesley Snipes is apparently producing a competing vampire fighting movie.
I was going to say
Like,
maybe.
seriously.
I believe it.
I mean, can we call it competing?
I was going to say maybe he'll be in it in like a supporting role or a cameo. Are you not a Wesley Snipes fan?
I think he's a wonderful actor when he wants to be.
Fair.
He's also got the biggest ego this side of, who were we talking about earlier with an ego? Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Actors and their egos. Oy vey. Tales of Asgard, number 1. This collects Journey into Mystery issues 97 through 106. This is graded at about a 6 for $22.
Yeah, I think that was the backup feature, Tales of Asgard,
Right.
because you then have in one of the issues of Walt Simonson where Walt Simonson does Tales of Midgard because everything's going on in Asgard. So
Let's see.
Some more Thor, issue 169. Key issue. This is the origin of Galactus as Gaelic. The pre-Black...
Big Bang.
Pre-Big Bang. I don't know what I was thinking black.
King
Pre-Big Bang.
Black Vortex, maybe?
The monster and the Mangog.
Universe. Universe before our universe. This also leads into... I forgot what it is. But they make reference to the thing that becomes the Black Plague in the Donny Cates run. So that has its origin here.
Nice.
Read Donny Cates' Thor, that's what I'm saying.
Don't look like both the Tomb of Dragons.
Excellent.
The Tomb of Dr. A.
And Anthony, I did see or read that Patton Oswalt interview.
Thor number 158. Did we already do this one? We did.
We had 2 copies of it.
We did. We did one out of 6 for $30. And we got one at a 6.5 for $35. I'm glad my estimates are consistent.
Me too.
That makes sense.
This is a 2-parter here. Issue 62 and 63 of Tales to Astonish. This is the first and second appearance of the Leader.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Oh, is that chameleon down there in the bottom left? Yeah, it is.
So we've
You
got
want to do the chameleon voice?
62 out of 5 for $50.
Come on, you can do it.
I did.
63 out of 3 for $22.
I don't know what it sounds like.
They're in rough shape, but man, at those prices, you're not going to do better.
Yeah. That sounds kind of like Wario, though.
Wow. And that's all we do.
All right, Dalton. Joe has decided not to get these, so she'll put them up there. All right, you want to throw everything up?
Okay.
We'll see how everybody's doing. Ants. Why did it have to be ants?
That'd be a completely different movie if you were scared of ants.
Well, it would have made the fourth movie a little more interesting.
Yeah.
Look at that, 4 cameras. Hot HD action.
That's as many as a tenth of 40, and that's terrible.
All right, what time is it? 8:23. All right, so we got a couple minutes. If anybody's interested in seeing anything, let us know.
I see you two are a fan of the superhero dictionary,
Don't.
Rose.
He's quoting this stupid Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor meme.
Well, it's not a meme, it's a page from the superhero
But-
dictionary.
These are our comic books.
These are our books. There are many like them, but these are ours. And they could be yours.
Yeah, there's
Guys.
4. Yeah, Anthony was like, I have like 50 copies of Spider-Man #1. And I said, do you want 4 more? And he did not answer.
Yeah, none of those are the platinum cover though, right?
No. No platinum.
You know a comic is not going to be worth something when they write collector's edition on or collector's item on it.
Yeah, its collectability goes down significantly.
Especially if you write it on there.
That's very true.
Have you guys seen the Jack Black where he is Thor, like but in a red bathing suit?
Yes.
No.
Anthony's check out other old X-Men if I can see it be 100-ish. I don't know.
What issues of X-Men are there?
Did you mean the 104, Anthony?
He said 100-ish. So
This is the closest one we have to 100, so I'm assuming he meant this one.
No more Sighty. The P is silent. Magneto cover. Yeah, that's it.
First appearance of the Starjammers.
And at that point, he wasn't Cyclops' dad.
I'm sure Claremont knew that, but that they didn't say that yet.
Starjammers always sounded like it should be like an 80s band.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I also love that they're like space pirates as imagined in like sci-fi movies, not like actual pirates.
talk more about that issue. You said it had a stain.
Yeah, there's just like a small little stain on the back cover.
Yeah, the back cover has a stain, but the actual front is in pretty good condition. You can, I think, see a little bit of the stain on the front cover right there, but
Corsair, that's it. It was bugging me.
Christopher Summers.
It was bugging me.
I really enjoy Corsair and like Greg Rucka's Cyclops series. That was a very good.
Wasn't there a movie called like Space Pirates or something like that? It was
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs.
Ice Pirates?
Ice Pirates. That
I
was
love
a,
Ice Pirates.
that was a great
Starring
movie.
See, I always
Ron
thought
Perlman.
Starjammer should be the name of the flagship for the Shi'ars.
Oh, that would be good.
Ice Pirates. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He was thinking
I thought that Starjammers was based on Ice Pirates.
The Starjammers actually
From the
showed
poster
up
you
in
can
X-Men
see
Legends.
the cover art, which is Ice Pirates needs a remake.
It really does. Space.
I want a Starjammers movie. When are we getting a Starjammers movie?
Same time we get a Micronauts movie.
No, because Marvel actually has the rights to Starjammers.
Maybe a different time then.
Because Micronauts and ROM have the same problem. I truthfully believe that we would have a ROM movie by now if Marvel owned those rights.
Disney
Yes.
will. At some
Well, Rom
point.
would have showed up in Guardians.
Yes.
Because James Gunn loves Rom.
Ron would have been played by his brother.
Instead, he plays a character named, I think, Kraglin is his
Mhm.
name.
Yeah.
Which, when I first heard it, I thought it was Cracklin, and I'm like, what a weird thing to name it for.
No, we probably won't get a Starjammers until Guardians runs its course.
That's probably true. And probably not until X-Men have showed up in some way.
Probably.
Do not forget, everybody, that we will be doing this again on Saturday,
Saturday when?
11 a.m. at the ungodly hour of 11 a.m.
And where?
This place called the Comic Book Shopping Network.
Who we are very grateful to giving
We
us a
are
spot.
so in love with them. I will link it.
If you join us on Saturday, you will see some of these books again, but we should also have some new books.
Yeah, it's all
some
going to
old
be.
books, not new books, but old books.
It's going to be mostly old books. 'cause we do
Mostly
back
old
issues.
books. We look forward to seeing you then. We'll also be back next Wednesday, hopefully better rested.
That would be nice. I really hope we get our books on time next week so
That
Paul
would
doesn't
be
have to do them.
wonderful. I like the pink and blue Post-it notes. They look good on camera.
Oh, definitely. Those were
Something
good.
has to.
Aw.
Listen, I already have low self-esteem, Rose.
Yeah.
She's just giving you a shovel.
This is why I need to start throwing things.
Oh, there's scissors right there. We already went over that.
Well, no, that's what she would throw at me. I would throw, like, a Sharpie.
Is that
Yeah.
it?
I think that's it. Anthony, make sure you wake up on time. Amanda, set an alarm for Anthony, please, so he can be there on Saturday.
No, don't give him help. He has to do it himself. He is a big boy.
We'd like to thank everybody for joining us.
Yes.
And we will see you again later.
We will.
Everyone be safe. Have
See you
a good night.
Saturday, folks.
Anthony, do you want that one? Yes or no?
If you don't, I'm gonna go throw it away.
No, don't.
We're not
That's
going
not
to throw away X-Men 104. No.
Wow. Yay.
All right. He's taking the 104. Thanks, Dalton. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thank you
Jenny
so
loves that,
much. That's Amanda, that is a good policy, honestly.
What's the policy?
Not setting alarms on the weekend. If I didn't have to be here, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I have to.
All right, I think that's it for us. We didn't really have
I think
much
that's it.
time for fan casting or anything like that.
No,
we actually
we can-
filled it with content.
I know.
Well, we can do. I'm still here.
No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
it's 8:30.